Hey everyone, welcome back to 996 The Howl. I'm currently on vacation, so this is a pre-recorded video. The stats for this season were taken just before that Seattle game, about 8 games before the Olympic break. But let's talk about the Olympics and which 4 members of your Utah Mammoth will be representing their countries at this year's Olympics. Unlike the World Juniors, where we all were Team Canada enjoyers and fans, this year no Team Canada Utah Mammoth members, and we do have a United States player in Clayton Keller, so that should be familiar territory for local Utah fans to cheer for the USA. We'll start with Clayton Keller. He captained Team USA to the World Championship, Team USA to gold last summer. He had 10 points in 10 games played. Like I said, wearing the captain patch, playing on the first line. Last year, he had a career high in 90 points in 81 games played. He was left off that Four Nations roster, which I thought was a snub, and many Utah Hockey Club fans thought it was a snub as well. I thought he for sure deserved it last year. This year, I wasn't as confident. There was an unfortunate dip in his play this season, also unfortunately due to the passing of his father, and thankfully that did not deter Bill Guerin and the Team USA operations from selecting Clayton Keller. Thankfully, they saw that Clayton Keller would still provide tremendous support to Team USA. He brings that puck possession, that offensive zone playmaking type player and vision to the team. I think he's going to do tremendously well, and they won't regret putting Clayton Keller on Team USA. Keller's had tremendous success with Team USA in his career. He won gold at the World Junior Championship when he was eligible for that, and he also won gold for the Under-18s World Junior Championship for Team USA. So great job by Clayton Keller. He's been playing so much better since he was selected to the Olympics. That dip in his play sort of went away, and he's back to his normal self on the ice, and he's helping the team. Currently recording this video, they're on a 6-game point streak, and he's gotten the Utah Mammoth back in a playoff position. So hopefully by the time this video is live, they're still maintaining that playoff position. But great job at Clayton Keller. He deserves it. I am so happy for him. Next, we go to Karel Vejmelka, goaltender for Team Mammoth, will be a goaltender for Team Czechia. Last season numbers were career highs, and now this season numbers he'll reach career highs. He's 4 wins, right behind his career high in wins. I'm sure at the recording of this video, he has surpassed that in about 12 or 15 games played. He currently ranks first overall in wins in the whole NHL. Here's a graphic, so I'm not lying if he's not leading the NHL in wins right now. And he's also a top 10 goalie in goals saved above expected. This is a sort of new goalie metric, not really mainstream just yet, but this shows how well a goaltender is performing individually as opposed to team stats, which save percentage is a team stat, and his save percentage is low, but that is also because the Utah Mammoth are 5th in the league in terms of shots on goal allowed per game. So Vejmelka doesn't face a lot of shots on net per game like some other goaltenders, which is why if he lets in 2 goals, it affects his save percentage more than if Utah allowed a lot more shots and he still allowed only 2 goals. His save percentage would be higher. So that's why his save percentage is a bit on the lower end. But as I said before, save percentage more of a team stat as opposed to goals saved above expected. Last year, Vejmelka played 23 straight games for the Utah Hockey Club to close out that season, and he went 13-6-4 in that span. He got a long-term contract last season as well. He started off this season maybe a little bit shaky, but recently, since January 1st for this calendar year, he's been stellar, solid, confident. When this goaltender is confident, watch out. He's a top goaltender in the league, and I do hope he brings that confidence and stability and solid performance he's had recently to Czechia, and maybe fans around the NHL will start to, make Vejmelka a household name in terms of goaltenders. I feel like he's still underrated across the league, but you never know in these pressure cooker tournaments, a random player that people really don't know about comes out and shines through, and they start to become a household name, sort of like Vasilevsky, Bobrovsky, Hellebuck, who's having a bit of a down year this year. Maybe Vejmelka could enter those conversations as well. Next, we go to recently acquired JJ Peterka. He'll be representing Team Germany alongside Leon Draisaitl. Maybe playing with Draisaitl will unlock some confidence in Peterka. His points per game and career high in points is a little bit down compared to when he played with Buffalo last season. With Buffalo, he had 27 goals, 68 points in 77 games played. His goal pace is pretty much the same, and here's an interesting graphic. His goals per 60 is literally the same with Utah in the past 2 seasons with Buffalo. Obviously, that has changed after this recording, I'm sure, but that is funny that I noticed that that stat has stayed the same. And also interesting stat is Peterka leads the Utah Mammoth in on-ice goals percentage with almost 63%. So when Peterka is on the ice, his team has more of a goals percentage than the other team, which is great. So he makes players around him better, and he himself scores as well. I still think he's a bit of an enigma with Utah. I really don't think we're using him properly. I don't think he's being deployed correctly, both 5-on-5 and on the power play. I feel like on the power play, he should be more of a trigger man, a one-timing option on the opposite side of Gunther. Right now, they sort of use him as a goal line player to either attack the net or make a quick pass to Schmaltz in the slot. But you know, it's his first year in Utah. The coaching staff still has to get used to him. Maybe we don't have enough skilled or good players on the team currently to mesh well with him. Cooley's been injured, and we already have a lot of good duos in Keller and Schmaltz and Gunther and Cooley, or right now Gunther and McBain. So he's sort of an odd man out. Maybe next season, if we have more young guys on the team, maybe Iginla, maybe Desnoyers, maybe they would mesh well with Peterka. But the fact that he's still producing the same goal pace as with Buffalo, and we're sort of still not using him right, bodes well for me. And the trade is still not done. You can't claim a winner just yet, even though Doan is having a tremendous, wonderful year with Buffalo. I do like what Peterka brings to the Utah Mammoth. And everyone was screaming about his defensive play when the trade happened, the Buffalo fans. I don't see much inconsistent or mistakes from Peterka defensively, so I'm not sure about that. Obviously, Utah plays a much better defense-style game as opposed to the Buffalo Sabres. And also for Team Germany, there's only one NHL defenseman on the team, which is Mortis Seider from Detroit. So surprised he didn't go and grab Maximilian Zuber, who plays in Tucson, in the Utah Mammoth organization. I thought, Zuber's a good young German defenseman. He's played in North America for about 2 seasons now. Maybe it would have been nice for him to get a look with the national team, considering there's no other NHLers or AHLers on Team Germany. They're all playing from the Germany local leagues. And finally, we go to Olli Maatta, representing Team Finland. This is his second Olympics. He won bronze with Team Finland in 2014. He also won silver in the World Championships in 2021 with Team Finland. Last year, he had 18 points in 70 games played. This year, a different story. He's sort of a different player from season to season. With the hockey club, he provided that stability we sorely needed when we had all those injuries on the back end. And he was just, relied on. He was a reliable, consistent, great defender, played a simple game. I feel like with the Mammoth, he's pinching a lot, making sort of more offensive mistakes, trying to get in the play more offensively when we don't need that from him. We need him to be, solidify the back end, be consistent, be reliable, make the simple play. And Nick DeSimone provides that, and that's why he's in the lineup more often than Maatta. Maatta's been scratched probably about 20 games this season, and he's been injured another 10 games. So hopefully playing in the Olympics either brings up his confidence, he plays better, gets back into the lineup, or it increases his stock value, and maybe we look into a trade. There is no Team Russia in the Olympics, so we will not see Sergachev, and I doubt Simishev or Daniel Boot are ready enough or good enough to make that roster if they were allowed. And for Logan Cooley, he obviously had a long-term injury, injuring his knee. He was injured during the selection of the Olympics. I'll assume when this video goes live, he's still injured. I don't think he would have made the Olympics. There's some rumors that they would have picked him if he wasn't injured. I feel like maybe a bit too young, doesn't provide that veteran presence for the Team USA. Whereas Keller's in his peak, he's sort of a veteran. Just for me, I feel like Cooley, if the Olympics were next year, like 2027, for sure, I think Logan Cooley would be on the team. I just think he needs to just play more hockey, play more consistent high-level hockey, which he was around the time of his long-term signing of his contract. But unfortunately, he got injured. But even if he wasn't injured, I don't know, it'd be a little bit of a, I'd say a 40% chance he would have made the team. Maybe a lot of you would disagree. But even for Keller, I was sort of like, I don't know, is he going to make the team or not? Considering the play, the production he was having around the Team Olympic selection. But thankfully Keller made it, and hopefully Cooley makes next time's Olympics, which would be in 2030, every 4 years, right? So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, spread the word, and as always, thank you for your support.